This is Sally. She's an artist, and like all of us, she has her own personal treasures. On her Windows computer, she has a folder she doesn't want anyone to see. Inside that folder, her paintings, works that she's not ready to share with anyone yet. But there's more. Also tucked away in that folder is a text document containing something very dangerous: her Bank of America username and password, and her Instagram login credentials. One stolen password could drain her savings. Another could hijack her social media, her brand, her identity. So, Sally decides to make this folder disappear. Not by deleting it, but by hiding it. If no one can see it, no one can steal it, she thinks. But can this really stop a hacker? And this is where Kim comes in. He is a penetration tester and ethical hacker. Today, he'll navigate Sally's computer, searching for something valuable. Will Sally's hidden folder stay safe, or will it be exposed to Kim's expert eyes? Let's find out. To begin, let's first see how Sally did it. In her Documents folder, there's a folder called Secrets. Sally knows this folder is dangerous, so she wants to hide it, keeping it safe from anyone who might use her computer or any curious eyes. To do this, she opens a command prompt and navigates to her Documents folder. She uses the dir command to check the contents. And there it is, the folder she wants to hide. Now she types in the command to make this Secrets folder disappear. The command reads attrib +h +s +r secrets. Let's break this down. Attrib is short for attribute. It's a Windows command that changes file and folder properties. +h adds the hidden attribute. The folder will no longer appear in File Explorer by default. This is exactly what makes the folder disappear from view. +s adds the system attribute. It tells Windows, this is an important system folder, don't mess with it. By marking the folder as a system folder, it becomes less likely to be tampered with by users or certain software. It adds an extra layer of protection. +r adds the read-only attribute. It prevents anyone from easily modifying or deleting the folder. Sally presses enter, and just like magic, the Secrets folder vanishes from her desktop. She smiles. Her sensitive information is now safe from prying eyes. Completely invisible. But what if Sally needs to access her hidden files again? That's easy. To bring the folder back, she simply reverses the command, typing minus instead of plus. The minus signs remove the attributes. -h makes it visible again. -s removes the system flag. -r takes off the read-only protection. Sally presses enter. And voila, the folder is back. She can check whatever she wants, add new photos, update her passwords in the txt file, organize her files, and so on. Then, when she's done, she hides it again with the same +h, +s, +r command. And voila, back to invisibility. To be sure the folder is hidden, Sally typed dir, the standard directory listing command. And as you can see, there is nothing listed. No secrets folder. No sign that anything is hidden here at all. Sally smiles. The dir command confirms it. Her folder is completely invisible. If even the command line can't see it, no one can, she says to herself. But is it truly invisible to Kim? Let's see. Now, let's step into Kim's shoes. He already has access to Sally's system through MeterPreter. If you are not sure how he got in, check the video linked above. Kim moves into Sally's Documents folder and lists the files. And there it is. The folder Sally thought was invisible is now completely exposed. Kim changes directory into it. He lists the contents. And voila, he sees a collection of photos and a file called note.txt. His interest is now fully focused. He uses the cat command to visualize this txt file. And just like that, Sally's entire digital life is exposed. Her Bank of America username and password. Her Instagram credentials. Everything. So why did this happen? Let's talk about what the hidden attribute actually is. The hidden attribute in Windows is not a security feature. It never was. It's an organizational feature designed to hide system files that the average user shouldn't accidentally delete or modify. Files like boot.ini, for example. Tools like MeterPreter operate at a much deeper level. When Kim uses ls, he's telling Windows, show me everything. I don't care about hidden, system, or read-only. And Windows obeys because the hidden attribute is just a suggestion, not a barrier. In fact, on a Windows system, there are 3 levels of protecting a file or folder, each suited for different security needs. The first level is hiding the file, using attrib plus h, as Sally did. This prevents casual users from seeing it. This is useful for situations where you simply want to obscure a file from basic users or in shared environments. But it offers zero security against anyone with command line access or basic technical knowledge. It's not meant for protecting sensitive information. The second level is encryption, using tools like EFS or BitLocker. This scrambles the data, so even if someone finds the file, they can't read it without the correct key. Encryption is ideal when you need to protect the confidentiality of sensitive data, especially on portable drives or in scenarios where files may be exposed to unauthorized users. For example, if someone steals your laptop and removes the hard drive, encryption ensures they cannot read your files without your password. And finally, the third level is access control through NTFS permissions. This restricts who can open, modify, or delete a file based on their user account. You can restrict the kid's account from accessing the parents' folder or prevent interns from modifying HR documents. This works as long as everyone logs in with their own account and no one has administrative privileges. Sally chose level 1. Kim's access gave him level 3 privileges. The result? Complete exposure. So what should Sally have done differently? And what should you do if you have sensitive files like passwords, financial records, or personal photos? Never store plain text passwords anywhere. Use a password manager like Bitwarden, KeePass, or 1Password. These tools encrypt your credentials, so even if a hacker finds the file, they can't read it. Use encryption, not hiding. If you need to hide sensitive files on your own computer, encrypt them. On Windows Pro, you can use BitLocker. On any version, you can use VeraCrypt to create an encrypted vault. Even a password-protected zip file is better than a hidden folder. And finally, assume a hacker can see everything. Always assume that anyone with remote access to your computer can see every file, hidden or not. The only real protection is making those files unreadable without a password you keep in your head, not on your computer. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want to learn more about how hackers and defenders think, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next episode. Until next time, stay curious and hide your secrets wisely. Bye-bye!